everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ridhi in case you're new here, and if you're new, consider subscribing down there. So today I am doing the one day makeup challenge. Oh man, did I struggle a lot. Oh my god. Are you guys interested to see my struggles? Let's get into it. So to prime, I'm actually going to use the L'Oreal 𝕗𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚 liquid highlighter. I'm using this because it is like very oily. I have very dry skin type. So oil is great for me. I think that if I will use any other sort of a primer, that won't be enough. So let's do this. I'm just gonna like pump first. So that's all I get. I think so this will be completely fine and will give me glow as well. It's like a dry oil but more oily. Like it's not as dry as a dry oil. So this was more than enough for my face. I think that I chose a very wrong time to do this challenge because I got some new family members. For foundation, I am going to use the Color Bar 24-hour weightless liquid foundation. This is in shade FW 3.3. It's like a full coverage foundation, and usually I don't need that much of coverage, so one pump will be fine. It's not a problem for me, I guess, if this gives me a full pump. So let's see. Whew, I'm scared. What if it does not give me a full pump? Come on, I need you. So I'm gonna take it with my finger, dot it on my skin. So far I still have about like a half pump left. We will use that if we need it, okay? Okay, so this is half a pump. Let's build it right where we need it. If you guys do watch my channel and if you guys know me, this is fine with me. Like, I don't mind my breakouts peeking through. It's natural. Everyone have them. Moving on to concealer, I am going to use the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer in shade Vanilla. So one dip. Kind of like rotate it. Is that allowed? I don't know. But I'm just trying that it like picks up everything. Okay, and that's what we got. It's a pretty full coverage concealer. With concealers, I do want nice coverage. Okay, so I don't want to over apply it. As you can see, I still have left over there, so I will use it if I need it. So I'm not gonna dip this back into the bottle. I'm just keeping it on my desk in case I need it. Okay, I need a little bit on my spots over here. I love how pointed the tip is on this. It just goes right in there. See how nicely it fits in there? So I am firstly just lightly blending all of this out. I'm not blending them out completely. It's a tip. If you want a higher coverage with a teeny tiny amount of a concealer, just apply it, blend it a little bit and let it dry. And what that will do is that since it will dry out, you won't be able to blend out too far down, and hence the coverage will remain right where it belongs. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. I don't use a lot of powder because I don't need it. I'm pretty like dry, but I do need them underneath my eyes. But here's the problem, that I usually go in with like a little bit at a time, right? So that can't happen, and I don't want powder to sit on just one area of my skin. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna take my very fluffy brush. This is pack 301, and I'm gonna like dip it in the powder. I'm like rotating it. Okay, so one dip, that is what we got. That's a lot. So I am going to like put it on my hands now, and that will be one dip. So basically what that did was to like picking up it like that, it just got it inside. Now coming to eyebrows, how am I supposed to do that? Because I usually use a brow pencil. So this is what I found. This is the L'Oreal brow kit. Basically it has like a brow pomade on one side and powder on one side. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the brush and dip it deep into the pomade. I am still in challenge, baby. Now I'm gonna take my angular brush and start to work that in. I'm gonna start to feather it in like so. Let me tell you, this pomade is real stiff. It's really hard to work with. I'm gonna go back in with my spoolie and just like brush it through. Really going to like dig into the powder. I'm just trying to feather in that powder. Okay, I think that they look fine. They don't look terrible. We can deal with it. Now let's move on with our eyeshadow. This is going to be difficult. So the palette I chose is the Dose of Colors Daisy X KT Friendcation palette. I'm gonna take my PAC 213 brush and this shade right over here. Okay, so that's one dip. Let's see what we got here. So I'm gonna put a little bit here, then here, then here, then here. Do we see anything? Okay, so that was fine. That did the trick to just basically add nothing. After this, I'm a little scared, like, baby, please help me. Now I'm going to go into this shade. I'm gonna pick it. I'm going to twist my brush and pick it from other side as well. See? Pack that on my outer corner. You see that? We got pigment right over there. So I'm just like concentrating this on my outer corner. I'm gonna start to blend this in. My shadows always skip on this part, so it's not a problem with this palette. It's a problem with all the palettes. Like, I don't know of a shadow that grips onto this area of my eyes. Oh my god, I got so much of fallout. That's what happens when you go with excess of eyeshadow. I'm gonna take my first brush. We used that transition shade with. I'm not taking any extra eyeshadow. I'm just using that brush to blend the shade out. Does it look blended? Not really. That's why it said you gotta build up the products slowly. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the deepest, darkest brown. I know it does not look clean, but trust me, it's clean. Like, there is nothing coming off. I took that out. I was supposed to turn it and take it on other side as well. Oh. So now we only got one side. Oh my god, look at that. Now this all is wasted and even my base is ruined. Don't go with that much at once, like never. Like until unless it's a challenge. Or do your eyes first, as I usually do. Should have baked or should have done my eyeshadow first. Why did I decide to do it this way when I always do my eyeshadow first? Like, wow, I am failing in this. I need more concealer. I had that with me, but I dunked my brush back in there. Like, why? Don't ask me. I just use whatever is on like my sponge, and I think that I'm better. Do you see how patchy this is? Never do it this way. Like, never ever do your eyeshadows this Can I use the concealer for like my eyes now? I'm not technically using it as a concealer, but as a base for the shadow. Can I do that? I can, right? I can. So I'm just gonna take a little bit with my fingers. Finger. Dab it. I just need a little bit. Now I'm gonna go in with this or this. Or like this, just to keep it normal. I'm gonna go in with this actually. I used the wrong finger. So one tap, one tap, one tap. So I'm just like tapping this in. Actually with my like clean finger. Just to blend the shades together. Oh, that's not pigmented at all. I am actually going to leave my eyes there for a second and do some like other steps so that my mind is off that mess. I think it looks fine. For the bronzer, I'm gonna go into the Fenty Beauty Island Ting brush. For the brush, I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M527 brush. Swirling, swirl. Pick up. Hey, we got a lot on our hand. Dab. I'm gonna twist my brush. I'm gonna use the clean side to blend. See how that is not blending? Whoa, I am a mess. I'm gonna go back in with my brush that I used to powder with and just try to blend the mess out better, I suppose. I'm like really struggling with it over here. So for the blush, I picked up the Milani Powdered Blush in Warm Petals. Swirl it in, honey. It shows the shade because the shade will sort of like mesh in beautifully with the bronzer since it's like so like peachy and warm. For my lower lash line, I can't go back in with the shades I already used, so I only have this left for my lower lash line. So let's do that. Let's do that. I'm just gonna like pick that shadow up. I'm gonna like, again, it will have a fallout if I don't dust it. I'm gonna dust that actually twice. So over there and over there. It looks like I have a red eye. You know what? I think that I sort of have a little bit of brown in there. I'm just gonna like try and run this underneath my eyes, you know. This is the Flower Beauty liquid eyeliner in black. I'm just gonna do my like outer corner first on both sides. Now let's do our mascara. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Lash Black Mascara in one dip. And also this is a new mascara and hence the wand picks up a lot. So it should be fine. For my lower lash line, as usual, I'm gonna use my MAC Extended Play. I always use another mascara for my lower lash line, so no cheating, okay? promise it's just one dip. I am really struggling today. You know how some people are like so competitive when they are under pressure, they're at their best. It's opposite with me. When I am under pressure, I'm at my worst. And also because of coffee, I'm all jittery and it's that time of the month. Not a good day to do this challenge. So let's just all assume that this is a freckle, like a beauty mark, like we can do that. For the lips, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in Aquarius. And wait, let's do this again. What I'm gonna do is to just like move it in there, you know. You know what? That's enough. I usually go in with 2 dips with my liquid lipstick, but I got full opacity right over there. So to set my face, I'm gonna use the PAC Micro Finish Setting Spray. Why? Because this is a continuous mist, baby doll. So one pump will go on till whenever I want it to go on. That's it. One pump. It's time for highlighter. So for highlighter, I choose a loose highlighter so that I can be as blinding as I want to be. Take my brush, dip it in, and I'm gonna put it on my palms so that I don't go in with that much at once, like I did with my loose powder. Woohoo! Someone is blinding. By the way, this highlighter is the Makeup Forever's Charlotte Powder in Champagne. Not available on Nykaa, but is available on the Sephora India website. Okay, so that's the finished look. These are my results of the one dip makeup challenge. Let me know if you guys think that I did justice to this challenge or what could I have done differently. I mean, sure, I could have done my eyes first and my base at last. That way I wouldn't have those dark under eyes, but otherwise I think that I did a pretty decent job. It's not the best look I've ever created, obviously, but it's not even the worst. Like, remember when we all start doing makeup? No. So, if you love how the look turned out, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more makeup and makeup challenges and makeup haul, anything makeup, subscribe and also turn on the post notification bell so that you're notified every single time I upload a new video. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Bye.